What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. If you're new to the channel, today I'm going to be showing you how to use a Baitcaster. If you're not new to the channel and you're an OG of the channel, then you can watch it if you want to. If not, I completely understand. A lot of you that watch the channel already know how to use Baitcasters, so no biggie on that. But for you beginners, I'm going to be breaking down how to use this Baitcaster right here. You guys stay tuned. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get into this video. Alright, first things first with a Baitcaster. You have what they call your braking system and your tension knob. Right here, this right here is your braking system. It's always going to be mostly located on the side of the reel. For the higher end reels, a lot of the braking systems are located on the inside of the reel, which I will show you guys. For example, like on this is my SLXDC, and on this one has the brake right here. Your tension knob is still right here, but you can also pop it open from the side just like this, and you have your brakes in there, and you can mess around with that. So that's mostly on higher end reels that will do that. But if you're a beginner, I highly recommend you getting an Abu Garcia Black Max. That is, to me, the all-time best beginner's reel that you can buy. It is like 39 bucks if you order it from Walmart, or if you go to Walmart, if you just grab the reel by itself. I have mine paired up with a Guggen rod. You don't have to have a Guggen rod, but if you decide to get a Guggen rod for your Black Max, go to Carlsbad Tackle, type in code Texas Reeling, save 10% on your Guggen rod. But yeah, I'm gonna be breaking down how to adjust your brakes, your tension knob, and everything else with the reel here in just a second. How to get started with it, that way you don't backlash, you don't get those bad bird nests. So first off, what you want to do as a beginner is you firstly want to put your brake all the way on max. This is how I learned on mine. Put your brake all the way, and each rod, or each reel should I say, will have a little, mine is faded, but it'll say max and minimum. What that means is the maximum of brakes you have on and minimum of brakes you can put on. So starting out, put it on max. Your tension knob, a lot of people do not pay attention to their tension knob, which is this little circular thing, right? Focus on me there, right there, that little thing right there. A lot of people will just leave it as it is, and that will make you get a backlash. The best way to do it is put your brakes all the way on max, put your tension knob tight, and start working backwards from it, is what I do. So right there, first click your brake one time. You have your brake, you can hear the click, you can hear the clicks. Now start adjusting your tension knob, going the opposite way, loosening it. The more you loosen it, your line will start coming out, just like that. Let me show you that. I don't think that's in view. Let me get that so you guys can see the line coming out. I'm just adjusting this tension knob right here. That's all I'm doing, is taking it off, or loosening it, should I say. Let me get that in focus. So the more I loosen it, just keep loosening it, you start seeing the line move right there. Bam. So the line is coming out now. Now just tighten it. Once the line starts falling down, once your bait hits the floor, tighten it just a tad bit. And from there, you can make your first cast. Look at that. Didn't even backlash. Didn't even put my thumb on it, nothing. Good. So right now I have my brake on just one click past max. My tension knob, I loosened it until the line started coming out just like that. Then I tightened it just a tad bit. I make my first cast just to see where I'm at with it. Look at this. Okay, didn't backlash not one bit on me. Didn't even put my thumb on it. But I noticed my bait didn't go very far either. So what I want to do now is I want to go one more click. I'll do 2 more clicks, as a matter of fact. That'll loosen up the brake just a little bit more. There we go. Got a little bit more distance on that. Still didn't backlash though. Still did not backlash. So what I want to do is keep adjusting that brake. Keep going towards minimum. I did 2 more clicks. Let's see now. About the same. Still didn't backlash though. Let's loosen up the brake just a tad bit more. That one went further. Still didn't backlash on me at all. Not one. I'm not even thumbing this thing. Let's do one more. Look at that. I'm almost getting them. I'm halfway past the river right now. Still not backlashing. So you can keep adjusting the brake until you start noticing that the brake is too loose. Once you notice it's too loose, it'll start backlashing on you. So I'm gonna go one more click. That's good distance right there. Still not backlashing. Do 2 more clicks. 1, 2. And right now I'm almost about halfway through from maximum, between maximum and minimum is where my brake is right now. And let's see how far that goes. That bombed out there. That went out there, still didn't backlash without thumbing it. So we're gonna keep going until we start getting a tad bit of a backlash. And one of the problems, let me adjust this. One of the problems I see a lot of people do when they're first starting to throw a bait caster, one thing is I see them cast down a lot. I see them cast straight down like this. That's what happens when you cast straight down. Make sure when you're making your cast, make sure you're going up and over. That's a lot of beginners' problem, is they cast straight down, just straight to the ground, and you'll backlash every time. So make sure you're up and over, so your bait cast is further out, just like this, up and over, no thumb. Look at that, almost got it all the way across. So that means I can keep adjusting the brakes, keep opening them up. I'm past the halfway mark now. I'm about 2 clicks past the halfway mark. And if you guys are wondering what I'm throwing, by the way, this is a little 1/4 ounce jig with a small trailer I have on there. So this is a really light bait, and for me to be able to still get it way over there is pretty good. So let's see where that goes with it. Bam. That's all the way across. I literally almost hit the other bank. Didn't even put my thumb on it. Alright, so I got my freaking jig stuck. Tied on a weightless Senko. So I'm gonna throw this weightless, no weight, no nothing, so you guys can see how far it'll still go just with something so light. No thumb. That's all the way across as far as it goes. And I could, if I put a little more power behind it, I could probably get it as far as get it on the bank over there. So I'm pretty happy right now with where I have it adjusted. If you guys want to see where I have it adjusted right here, it's about 3 clicks past the halfway mark between maximum and minimum. And my tension knob, that's what you have to pay attention to, is your tension knob. Once you get that adjusted just right, starting out you want to play with it. And even when you switch baits, make sure you kind of play with the brake or your tension knob, go back and forth between it until you get it just right. And that's basically the easiest way that I adjust my reels. Some people do it where you tie a bait on and you let the bait drop, but if you tighten up your brakes enough, you won't have to worry about your backlashing. Another thing that I see a lot of people miss up, starting out with a Baitcaster, I know a lot of you, we use them all the time, we know this, but a lot of people do not know this little star looking thing, that is your drag that makes your line come out on your Baitcaster. So like mine is all the way tight, so my line's not going to come out. All you do is do this right here, your line will come out a little bit more. You just adjust that. Make sure you pay attention to your drag, because you don't want to hook into a big fish, not have your drag set right, and he pops your line. I always like to have mine where I can pull it out pretty good. But yeah, that is basically how I adjust my Baitcasters. Now that is for a reel like this, which is a lot easier to tune up. But these reels right here, once you start getting more advanced, more into fishing with Baitcasters, getting used to more of what I just showed you, these are a little bit more advanced. These do backlash a little bit easier, takes a little bit more tuning, but still not impossible to learn. This is actually my favorite reel that I own. It's a SLX DC paired up with a 7-foot Silverado ducket rod. My dream setup right here. I wouldn't go no other way than this. But yeah, these, when you get a backlash on these, they're a little bit more nasty than they are on those. So make sure you learn on something that's a little bit easier before you just jump straight into something like this, because these have digital chips and all kinds of craziness inside of them. So I recommend you starting out, if you're just starting out and you want to learn how to use one, I recommend using something like that versus something like this. It's a big jump, I would say. Price jump wise as well, one of these runs about $179, I think, just a reel. One of those runs you about 39 bucks. So, and to be honest, that reel right there catches you the same amount of fish, the same size of fish as this reel would. You know, I've caught in 6-7 pounders with that reel, just like I have with this one. I never had a problem with it. One thing I will say about those reels, they are very durable. You do not have to worry about them messing up. I've never had one of those reels mess up on me. So yeah, now that I've showed you guys how to use a bait caster, we're actually going to take this thing out. I'm going to use it. We're going to try to catch some fish for you guys in this video. And here in a little while, I'm actually going to do a catch and cook for some bluegill right here on this spot, as a matter of fact. So you guys make sure you check that video out. This video will be out before that video, so make sure you check that video out when it drops. Hit a like, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Well, I'll see you guys on the water, should I say. Alright, so Oscar is still micro fishing. We are going to do our little catch and cook here in a little bit. I'm gonna try to catch me a couple of these greenbacks with this little Texas rig bandito bug. Want to get a couple of fish for you guys on video if it's possible. Oh, Oscar's on. It looked like a crappie.
Fighting different.
I saw him on the side of him. It looked like a little crappie. No, bluegill?
It's a bluegill.
It's a good one too. Oh, that's a giant. Where did I put the net? You got him? Oh God! Look at the bluegills we're catching, guys. Make sure you guys go check out the catch and cook, because we are going to be eating these big bluegills up. We're actually going to dock up here in a little while and fry these bad boys up. Oh, that was a big old bass over there. See him chasing? You know what? I got something for there, but something we haven't thrown today that has been money. That old fluke. A white fluke. You know that gets the job done. I'm gonna show you something. White fluke always gets the job done out here. Let's see how it does today. Man, it looks so crazy. Everything looks so different with the water this low. Like everything that I'm used to fishing is out the water.
Yeah, I know. Where?
Right there. Yep.
Let's see if I can get one on the count. Oh, he's good.
Did he? Oh, there he is. My drag was low from where I was showing you guys. Let's go. That was the first one, guys. My drag was super low, and I was telling you guys on camera, make sure you have your drag set right. And I had mine set wrong. There we go, guys. Nice little spotted bass on the old weightless fluke. That's exactly, my drag slipped when I hooked them. That's why I was telling you guys, make sure you have it set right. I bit my own tongue on that one. There's one. Little dinker. There we go, number 2. Not big fish, but not really chasing big ones, just trying to have a little fun. Finish this video off with a couple fish for you guys. Have a little fun doing it. Don't want it to just be your average, boring, how to do a bait caster. Want to throw a little action in there. Have a little fun with it. Oh, you saw that? Got him. That was so cool. They're not giants, but it's fun, especially when you see them come up and just smack it. There we go, guys. Third one. Like I said, not big, but it's a fish.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. That would have been my biggest of the day, too. Crap. I just finished saying how good it looked. It looks good in there, too. Wow, I didn't know it was that shallow right there. There he is. There we go, a nice fat, whoa, spot. Oh, that's a beautiful fish too. There we go, guys. Nice little chunk. This is how we're gonna end this video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this how-to video. If there's any questions you want to know, let me know down in the comments. Hit me up on my email, which is at my homepage on my YouTube, on how to use a baitcaster. If I left something out, I'm sorry. I'm not really used to doing these how-to videos. I'd rather be fishing than anything. But yeah, that's how we're gonna end the video, with this beautiful little fish. We're gonna get started on the next video. You guys stay tuned for that. And most importantly, don't forget to keep it real. It's your boy Eddie, and I'm out. Peace.